Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I am just some dude on the internet, and you are watching the Frank Fultz Chronicles. I believe that this is part 22. Cannot believe that we have made it this far. Well, last time we were spending a lot of our time building our immediate house out. I believe we had fixed some doors. We had traveled back over here. We plopped the door down this way. We leveled up our carpentry. A lot of fun stuff. I'm not going to venture out this way right now because I'm ridiculously tired. But what I believe the next plans are, since we have leveled up our carpentry, we have secured our location here, we need to get this generator magazine. For those of you that might just now be joining us, we are currently 23 days and 6 hours into our adventure with 427 Zeds killed. Our favorite weapon being our crowbar. Our weight is currently 84 with 1 arrow down. And again, quick check for you if this is your first time hopping into the stream. Our character is a park ranger. Our traits are short of breath, motion sensitive, slow healer, weak stomach, slow reader, smoker, high thirst, cat's eyes, outdoorsy, herbalist, and wilderness knowledge. Now, we have taken over the majority half of Maldra. We kind of started in the center over here. We've got a base with functional, our functional car, well, I guess is technically over in our base over here now. But we have another functional base not too far from here. We are currently residing in our starter house. Our goal this episode is going to be to explore the territory that we have not gotten to yet. There is a police station and potentially a Jenny Mag out there somewhere. We have all kinds of industrial buildings that we really haven't touched too much since getting a sledgehammer, and I want to go back into those areas and see if I can get myself some loot. Again, that loot that I'm looking for, primary thing, is the generator magazine. I have generators at several locations. Here at this primary house, I have one at the secondary house. I have one at a gas station with 9 cans of gas. Already filled, but we just do not have the ability to use a generator quite yet. Now it is 5:50 p.m. and now it looks like we are August 1st. Yep. So our neighborhood is relatively safe. I don't want to take a quick peek, see if anybody else has popped in the immediate area. Might be worth, coming back to a house that we haven't touched in a while just to see if there's absolutely anything that we want to take or dismantle. I want to take those trees. I doubt, yeah, there's nothing in the mailbox. Oh, sweet. Okay, dude, yeah, we got can of oats. Fantastic. Yeah, we've got some non-perishable foods, and those oats are actually going to go for quite a while. That is literally how we survived for a season in our old Frank Fultz character. I am making pizzas. There's a ladle. I want to know, I don't think that the ladle makes a difference, but the fact that I couldn't I needed to have either 2 bowls or 4 bowls. I thought that maybe just maybe if you had, there's Zed outside. If you had 1 bowl and you had a ladle that you could use that. Yeah, let's take care of the zombros over here. Oh yeah, and now since we got a sledgehammer, I think we can break into some of these sheds if we haven't already looked. Oop. That was a laggy experience. Okay, nothing. And it is taking a while. There we go. That took way too long. Floor. Okay, there's nothing on this guy. Oh, but there is a basement. There is a basement. Back through the other way. Actually, first, hang on. I want to see if this has been entered. I don't know if I've actually entered into this. Oh, yeah. Well, it looks like It looks like the window was shattered. Let's remove the broken glass. A dust mask and a light bulb. All right, not much. And relatively soon, it would be nice for us to experience trapping and fishing, some of that fun stuff that we haven't really touched. Anything worth taking a look at here? Now that the water is out, I mean, we might as well fill up our stuff. And was there anything in the fridge? Bread that was rotten, pork chops that are rotten. The basement, the basement, the basement. This lighting is beautiful. Yeah, okay, now I remember. I remember being down here. A blower fan. Bunch of metal. Let's open the universal. Okay. A lot of metal in here. And hey, there's hay. Some cement. Literally just paper clips. Pretty much just safety scissors. And a trunk. Ooh, okay, yeah, and we got a good shovel in here. I'm gonna grab the shovel. Shovels are good to me. Yep, we are extremely tired because I think that, yeah, we've been up for quite some time. I think our character was up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, if I recall correctly. Electrical wire, claw hammer. And we are going to be exploring our electrical skill a little bit more. We just need to get into disassembly. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. Yeah, okay. Hairspray. We are able to use this to build a bomb. But I think we might have found the recipe. No, okay. We've not learned the recipe quite yet, but you need the box of sparklers, some aluminum foil or aluminum fragments, and a mortar and pestle along with duct tape. And then you build an aerosol bomb. Great way to clear out some Zeds. But we don't have that recipe, which is a shame. There's 2 hairsprays here. In the event that we do, I mean, like, let's collect this and bring it back home. Might as well have the major components. Okay, what was in here? Was there anything good? Earbuds. More thread. I'll take the thread. Dye that is tainted. Yeah, I shouldn't drink the dye. Take the magazine. Could ease some of our boredom. What I really need is cigarettes. I'll take some newspapers. That'll help. Yeah, okay, so that seems like the end of the safe exploration in this home. Get a quick look across the street. Damn. The door's broken down. I must have been in here. Game pieces. Photo album. Yeah, a whole bunch of money. Diet Cola. That thread again. Oh, an empty teacup. Okay, an empty pan for cooking. Cheesecloth, plate. We'll take... I think I don't need that. The funnel, I mean, would be okay, but we're not really doing stuff with our vehicle at this point. There's wine. Okay, well, we'll take the wine. Be a little bit swifty. There's a time and place for being swifty, you know. Bro, here we go. Nothing of value. A photograph of a group of men. That's a nice looking group of men. More hairspray. So it looks like we're just kind of collecting some, oh look, okay, caffeine pills. Empty perfume bottle. What is that used for? As an input for a favorite crafting recipe. What? Okay, hang on. Craft favorites. That's odd. I have no idea what it's referring to. All right, well, we'll leave that. And I think this was just an empty room. Yeah, nothing. And nothing. There's that, like, that's not a gun on top. No, it's not. All right, well, we'll head back to our little shack here. We'll rest up for the night. We at least found some good food. I don't think there was anything edible or like a kitchen. Yeah, there was like nothing really, I think, of value. Diet Cola. We'll take some stuff now that the water's out. And hold on to that as like an emergency backup. All right, we got wine and stuff. Let's go back home. Oh yeah, we got a whole bunch of dead guys too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About like 10, maybe 10 to 12 bodies. Probably we should bury a few. Bongo! Hey man, love you. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. Hope everything's going well in your world. All right, we're gonna close this guy up. Now, we're gonna take our materials to make the bombs. And probably downstairs, I mean, would make the most sense, but I've just kind of been putting shit on tables and stuff. All right, there goes 1. There goes 2. It's going good, bro. Hope you are doing good. I am. I've been quite busy over the last couple of weeks. I just released a new product on my new team. Can't really talk about it, out here, but it has been a long road, and I'm really excited. AI agents are fun stuff. Okay, and then yeah, I had my whetstone here, and relatively soon I'm hoping to get back and have another conversation at the university. I was invited back, so I'm looking to have more conversations about software engineering, career trajectories, things like that. Oh wow, that's good to know. I'm actually building out something cool with Bedrock too. Yeah, been working in Bedrock. I also, for my birthdays is coming up, but my wife, she wanted to let me open my gift early. So I opened it and it was a Raspberry Pi 5, 16 gigabyte with a quad core, or 16 gigabyte RAM with quad core processor, and then an AI Hat Plus attachment. So I finally set that up, and that's been really, really cool. I'm getting to work with like live video models that do like pose estimation and like categorization. And I'm wanting to experiment doing that with Project Zomboid. I've got some screenshots. I got Project Zomboid running through it, and it was able to detect the human and the Zeds and like the car, but obviously it's not trained on isometric type stuff. But I have a couple dozen hours worth of footage, so I'm thinking about using that and training a neural network to visually be able to detect objects in Zomboid and like collect visual data, because I've kind of been building out transcript pipelines with AI and stuff like that too. It is indeed sick, as the kids say. All right, I'm gonna drop my hatchet on the ground. And I don't think I'm gonna need the claw hammer, but I mean, at this point, for going out and exploring, we're gonna be going and trying to break into some places, so it doesn't hurt to have. But we do have a couple of things that we do need to dispel. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff with artificial intelligence, from building my own little Zed game, doing like I implemented a pathfinding algorithm and was kind of able to build out basic Rust application with a whole bunch of Zeds on screen that were like represented by squares that could like flood to me, and I had like sound emit from me, and they had line of sight, so I got to do that. As far as like building out agents though, I mean, I want to get further and further into agent orchestration. I feel like that is the next level. I've kind of been focused on individual agents, but I want to go through agent orchestration and agent-to-agent protocols. All right, throwing all of the kitchen stuff into the kitchen. Oops, newspapers. Okay, yeah, and we had our hairspray. I'm gonna put that other hairspray right here. Place my bomb stuff. We got our meat cleaver. Yeah, we were using that to sharpen things. I am going to place that on the table. A bunch of the other garbaggio. We are very hungry, so let's manage that. Okay, we have pasta and we have marinara. Oh, but we don't have a pot. Son of bitch. Ah, damn. Okay. I've got black beans that are dried. Must be using recipe. Bouillon cubes, brown sugar. We got some canned beans. Those don't really have a whole lot of calories, do they? There's a decent amount of calories in the pasta, but I feel like I want to make that proper. I don't want to waste my snack bar. Where did I put? I think did I move it right here? Yeah, okay. Let's do the can of oats. We're gonna do a can of oats. Throw some butter on there. Soviet Pupper, hello, welcome back, my friend. Glad to see you. I've been lagging behind. I had a really, really busy week this week, so I hadn't had the chance to upload last video, but that's coming real soon, I promise. I had a very busy week at work releasing a new product, so between that and family obligations, kind of got behind on the video editing. Oh yeah, no, and I also had like 500 gigabytes worth of video footage that I had to like migrate over so I could make more room on my laptop. Oh, there's actually a good point to bring up. While I was looking through that footage, so I moved a whole bunch of footage over and I had a 1 terabyte SSD. And apparently on that 1 terabyte SSD, I had recordings from the Frank Fultz Chronicles before I even started this YouTube stream. So I'm talking like the original character, early footage from right when Build 42 came out. So I have probably like 4 hours, I think, worth of footage that I'm gonna try to re-release those, because that's like it's over a year old at this point. Yeah, it's cool to find archived footage, and I was like, oh snap, yeah, I didn't even know that I had that on that device. Okay, yeah, so I was going to do can of oats. Let's grab a bowl. And then I think the bowl has to have some water already in it. And then we are going to go outside and do the cooking. So let's go fill. Empty bowl. All right. And with our empty bowl, we are going to pour a bowl of oatmeal. We know this game so well. We've made many a bowl of oatmeal to survive in our day. But we need to fill that hunger. All right. Now, with this bowl, I think we also have some butter. So let's make sure we add a little bit of that. Bowl of oatmeal. You can add maple syrup. All right, we're gonna add margarine. Do I need to pour more oatmeal in there? No, okay, I think it just needs to be cooked. And then we'll add some maple syrup. Why not? Maple syrup and some other stuff to our oatmeal. Okay, so this is maple syrup and a bowl of oatmeal. It's 9 p.m. right now. All right, no worries, we got this. Oatmeal cooks fast, if I remember. At least we know the immediate area is safe. I missed the barbecue. Let's turn you on. All right, and this guy's gonna cook up. This should at least knock off some of our hunger. All right, yeah, this is cooking pretty fast. About one more tick or two. Yeah, one more. There we go. Moving it over. Turning it off. All right, so then we went from 10 to 13. So if we had like berries and stuff, that would be nice to add, but make do with what you got. We can do this in another little bowl of cereal or something. Yeah, that knocked us down to just peckish. Okay. Well, we'll knock it off with a bowl of cereal, and then we'll head to bed. Hey, I was wondering if you have any pointers. Me and some of my friends are doing a nomad run. Yeah. So, what type of character are you playing, Soviet Pupper? I think that the advice really, if you are leaning into a character that is nomadic, you definitely want to have somebody that is good at being outdoors. So Park Ranger is like really, really good for that. As far as traits and stuff, that's kind of up to you. But the nomadic stuff, I would say, be cautious and move your way out and kind of build little spots along the way. I like to do that because then you have little spots to retreat to that you at least, even if you have a sleeping bag or just a pillow that is there. The point is that at some point you're going to kind of push your bounds, and coming back to a place that is safe kind of helps in between those trips. Playing as a burglar. Okay. Well, that even helps you too, because you're going to have the ability as a burglar. I believe you have the ability to hotwire right off the bat. You're breaking into places and not setting off alarms as much. Let me get my character going a little bit further before I go to bed in here. 1 second. We need to transfer liquid. Move it into the bowl. Oh yeah, that's right. This doesn't have that much milk left in it, does it? Dude, I can hear my cat is just meowing a storm right now. All right, that is an empty one. I need to have a full. So let's go back over here. Okay, there's another cow's milk. Let's go back to the bowl. We will transfer the liquid that way, slide the bowl over, get the rest of it. All right, we've got the bowl. Cereal. Oh, yep, yeah, I forgot. You can't pour a bowl of cereal in the dark. It's just not possible. Pour a bowl of cereal. I will also say that for a nomadic run, right, speaking from experience, you need to take into consideration your calories and your caloric intake because in the first iteration of Frank Fultz, I did a lot of eating berries. and eating mushrooms and foraging. And I got really good at foraging really early on, but it became a hindrance once I started to lose a lot of weight. Once the weight started kind of shedding and put me in a position, because I was in Echo Creek and there wasn't really much out there. So it put me in a position where I had to literally expand my horizons in order to get materials and things that I needed, but my weight was starting to fall, and that meant that I was going to do less damage, or more so that I would have less inventory capacity. Because as you start getting weaker, your inventory will drop from 12 to 11 to 10. So don't just rely on catching fish and meat and stuff. You need to make sure you're throwing in some sort of like fattening thing, like butter, margarine, lard, things of that nature. Utilize the cooking system. The cooking system will get you very far. So don't just rely on eating your canned foods. If you're going to be going out there, try to save those for, longer expeditions, and, try to forage for items along the way. Bring a bowl with you, bring, containers to eat off of, have your spoon, fork, those things. If you're going to be moving, it's important that you at least have the materials to cook a basic meal, As far as establishing base, that is really up to you where you want to do that. Some people like to build things from scratch. Other people like to dismantle things, or just build addendums, kind of like what I'm doing here to this house. Ooh, this is actually a really good day for us to scavenge. So I'm going to take the spade and we're going to put it down. We're going to drop it for right now, because we are going to go on a little expedition, my friends. Let's fill and get another bowl of milk. Oops, come on, there we go. Yeah, we just started, so we have a semi-convoy going on. And, that's the thing. In all of my time playing Zomboid, I haven't played multiplayer. I've been thinking about starting my own multiplayer server and whitelisting and kind of building out the community that way. But it definitely, you have to balance more if you're doing multiplayer, because that's twice the mouths that you have to feed. But you also get twice the firepower if you do things right. All right, we've got a bowl of cereal. And there really isn't anything that we need to add to this. And think about if you're doing your nomadic lifestyle and there's a group of you, I think that a good thing to consider is, what is your role, right? Is one of you more inclined to be a chef? Was one of you more inclined to be the carpenter, to work on steel, or start doing blacksmithing? Are you guys kind of establishing a little colony? Or are you all kind of satellite exploring, right? There's a couple of different things. Oh, you're on Insane Pop though. Oof. Yeah, okay. That definitely changes things. Insane population. Are you doing any sprinters? I personally have not played with sprinters, because I feel like I would explore it at some point, but my play style is a little bit more chill, I guess. No, God, no. Yeah. There is definitely some people take the gaming real far with Project Zomboid, but to each their own. I love seeing how people play this game in their own ways. All right, we've got our cotton balls doused in alcohol. This is 5 out of 12. Backpack is 5 out of 15 with more caffeine pills. The can of oats. I don't think that we need to have the entire can on us. I'm gonna drop that for now, as well as the newspapers. We're gonna fill up our water and we are gonna go on an adventure. We've got our dehydrated meat sticks, our peanuts. I think that we are gonna be just fine out there. I'm gonna drop the cow's milk and the cereal as well. We might as well keep a bowl on us, like I said. Flashlight, we're gonna keep that. All right, let's fill up the water. We are in a position now where the water is off. It's like 6 of us. We have some mods, and we've got like a semi truck and like 4 other cars. That's badass. My character has the motion sensitive trait, so I've been burdened with sickness anytime that I drive. So that kind of forces me to be a little bit more nomadic on my feet. All right, we're gonna use this to our advantage. Let's show what the game plan is, fam. All right, here we go. Our character is right here. In the last episode, we knocked out part of the wall so that we can have easy access in and out without having to go all the way around the neighborhood. So I'm gonna walk down Main Street and we're gonna start getting a little bit of our scouting going. We are not, at this point, walking with the sledgehammer. We are more concerned with just scouting the area. Oh, what the? Okay, yeah, that's the window. My bad. I was like, oh, where's the door? We're gonna deal a little bit of damage on our way here. Might as well clear the streets. Like to know, like I said, that I have a little bit of safety to retreat back to. What is our sneaking looking like? Our sneaking right now is level 4. 286 out of 1500 for level 5. Oakley dokley, yep. We're gonna go up into this neighborhood. I don't think that we've explored this. What sucks for my character is I've got fear of blood and short of breath. Yeah, I also have short of breath on this guy. Definitely impacts, your ability to have sustained combat. And if you're fighting, then you've got to deal with the fact that if you're covered in blood, you need to clean it. Well, this neighborhood is looking pretty safe. Let's check the magazines. The Wizard's Keep. We'll take some flyers, take a look at them. We haven't really been observing what we can do yet with them. Now remember, just spending a little bit of time walking around the house could save your life. So we are going to ensure that we do not kill ourselves. We'll look through some windows. Pretty safe to me. All right, this seems like a pretty safe location to me. We're a little bit toasty, it looks like. Oh, a pot, okay. Now, before we start picking things up, again, we want to look around. I have a tendency to get excited and be like, oh, let me just pick up this pot. And then next thing you know, there's a Zed that's like hiding over here. Some stale salami. All right, we are going to eat the salami, even though it's stale, just because we found it. It's not bad. Might make us a little bit more depressed, but I think we'll be okay. Bag of fries that are rotten, popsicles that are rotten. We got powdered onion, bouillon cube. We're gonna return some of this stuff. All right, sugar cube, milk chocolate bar. Oh yeah. Day 1, we nearly all died. Yeah, I believe it. All right, we got pasta that we will pour on the ground. But we are going to take that bowl because with that, we can actually make some good pasta. We have marinara sauce, we have pasta, and now we have a pot. So that means that we are absolutely going to be eating well soon. As we expand into the unknown. And as I'm going around, I'm filling up my waters because I can. All right, this house, we're gonna start marking some stuff on the map. Got to be more diligent about that. All right, the locations, the symbols, that's what we're looking for. We're gonna check mark. Bam. I think those paperbacks reduce stress and unhappiness. Yeah, so The hopelessness, that I think is just related to depression. I don't think that the books will fix that. The agitation that my guy is experiencing is because I am a smoker and I have not had tobacco in several days. So that is going to be plaguing me until I can find some cigarettes. Which we're heading in the general direction of a bar, and a place that might contain some cigarettes. Damn it. All right, well, at least the door opens. All right, anybody home? Anyone in the bathroom? Push. No one's pushing back. Flash. Anyone? No. Okay, we're good. Woo. Toilet paper. All right, we got more Dude, this is a house full of toilet paper. Oh my God. Equipped to mute sneezes and coughs. We have 26 toilet paper over here, 10 over here. Look, how many is it? 106 units of toilet paper. This house was prepared, my friends. If we have the shits, we know where we're going. Toilet paper in the bookshelves. What was going on in this house? Yeah, dude, that was an interesting location. That was a house that was prepared for the end of the world. They knew what was up. All right, Wellington Heights Golf Club. Some apartments. That's probably gonna be in Louisville. Yeah, my buddies and I always spawn in Maldra, so I've gotten acquainted with the town. Yeah, Maldra is, like I said, like the de facto starting town. I've definitely played my fair share of it. I wanted to go back to it just as a testament to, starting players. A lot of people start here, but I want to expand out. So particularly, I want to go back to Echo Creek and revisit it from the perspective of like, we'll show up there more prepared. Because if you start there, finding a car and gas and stuff I had to do so much freaking walking. Okay, hang on. 1, 2, 3 Zeds. Make sure nobody else is behind me. We got this gnome. We're gonna have to rescue that gnome and bring him back. But yeah, Echo Creek, starting in Echo Creek was interesting, but like I had to walk for like a month. Because I had to, again, I was in a similar position to what I am now. It took me, I think, almost like a month and a half before I found a generator magazine. And then once I finally found the generator magazine, I had to go find a rubber tube because I didn't realize that you need a rubber tube to transfer gas. And that might actually have this on that footage that I found, where I went on a big ass adventure, just long haul on foot. And I find a rubber tube where I ended up at, right? And I was like super happy about it. And I go back to the place where I started, and I shit you not, I had a rubber tube already. So I went on God knows how long of an adventure to find something that I already had. And that was pretty frustrating. All right, we're getting more flyers. I like how reading the phone book will make you bored. Okay, what are we working with here? Frying pan. Okay, so now we're talking about more things to cook. Basting brush. Griddle, yep. Again, we're talking more things to cook. Okay, another bowl. You know what? Hey, that's bowl number 4. We found it. All right, corn flour, yeast. I think the yeast was something that we needed in order to make a cake, right? Like I think we have everything, all the materials back at that house that we need. Start packing all that up. Should I take a leak? A takeout container. What's in it? Rotten fried chicken and onion rings and rotten fries. My favorite. stale zucchini. I'm not about it. Don't need it. All right. How is our weight doing? 11.44 out of 12. All right. Well, we have a backup weapon. Oop. Hang on. I hear Zed. Pop him back out. He's over here. I think he's in the front. Oh shit, dude. They broke in. Okay. Well, hello. All right, well, let's deal with our new friends. All right, we got Dippity Dumbass at the door, so we gotta lure him. And you know what? I feel like I should just let him do his thing. I'm gonna walk through the bushes. Am I not able to walk through the bushes? You kidding me? Those Zeds can? You have to hop it like a fence. Oh, there might have been a fence there. Okay, that was interesting. All right, I see some peanut butter there. Yeah, there was a fence. I thought that was literally just the shrubbery. So over the weekend, I was watching my nephew, my 10-year-old nephew, and I introduced him to Project Zomboid, and he played. And he started out, he was in such a nice house, and then next thing I know, he gets bit and he's pushing and trying to shove and stuff. He hasn't used the keyboard much, so I think he survived maybe 10 minutes. And my heart, I was like, oh, you started with a metal baseball bat and a bat and a car and like. All right. What? No. Oh. All right, we're gonna stand right here. Oh, okay. We're gonna use this to our advantage. Because we know that, okay. There's one, there's two. All right, I'm gonna jump this fence. You can't see me because I'm sneaky. All right, we're gonna use that to our advantage. We have drawn all kinds of friends. But we look on the bright side. Everybody was drawn toward that house. And the fact that it was already unlocked and open, that's garbage. I didn't even have to break a window. All right. Okay, then this was the church parking lot. And I only see a couple of guys. Okay, cool. I swear to God, if I open this door and there is an alarm. Come on. Damn it. Come on. Is there an alarm? No, thank God. All right, we're gonna catch our breath for a moment here. It's 11 a.m. Wow. All right, we're probably gonna read a comic book, do something to calm down just a little bit. Instant popcorn, wish I could make it, man. Creamsicle, rotten salmon, some rotten lettuce. Oh, we got some chips. We're gonna eat some of the chips. Yeah, I think, you can't eat and walk. Cool. Cordless phone, an empty hot water bottle. We are still hopeless. Let's read the comic book. Monster Presidents #3. Boredom, stress, and unhappiness. Takes a long time for us to read, but we are gonna do it. We're gonna rest for a little bit, read that comic book. And while I read this comic book, oh, hey, left-handed mistakes, welcome. This is the perfect time. So y'all can probably already tell that my voice is a little bit, raspy, more raspier than normal. I spent a little bit of time today recording some music. I did something new in my DAW, and I want to share it. So I have normally played instruments and stuff for you all on stream. I've never really showed you anything where I have been singing, but I'm a fan of Jesse Wells. And if you are in the United States, you know that it is kind of a crappy, we got a crappy president that we're dealing with right now. So not to turn things political, but I wanted to share something that I'm pretty proud of. I made this earlier today. I used stem separation in my DAW. So I actually took the original Jesse Wells song, and I removed his voice. He's still playing the guitar, and then I sung on top of it. So what you're going to hear is my voice with Jesse Wells playing the guitar. So I am going to go ahead and mute the game and my mic, and we are going to play some of this music. I can't tell you what's worse. The message was terse. Outright white supremacists or America first. I think they both sell merch. This whole place seems a little bit cursed. It's like somebody might have been living here first. Incels and sellers from a long line of failures underneath rumble umbrellas, daily wiring with the fellas. Cro-Mag, MAGA, hate cave dwellers. The tale is older than the tellers. The tale is older than Old Yeller. The internet is incarnate, manifested, given birth. There's some spillage in a village not far from where I'm living here on earth. It's a disgrace to the natural state. There ain't much that ain't. Hey Bill, hey Billy, hey Sarah, hey Tom, hey Mike. Everything is constantly unlike anything you've ever seen before. Everything is greater than it's ever been before. Pardon the progress. Hate is part of the process. Catastrophic nostalgia and delusions of freedom. I think we ate the last apple in the Garden of Eden. All the masks are off and they don't even try. They know that you know that they know, and they don't even mind it. All the masks are off and they're getting lazy. They think you're so damn stupid. They think you're so damn crazy. Killing people from a distance in an instant at the insistence of a president with a blackmailed gun to his head for the fun that he had in the dark ages. Pages and pages and pages and pages. They thought they'd get away with it. The minimum wage is outraged with it. They're gonna burn somebody at the stake for it. Fruit of the doom, oranges and grapists. Hold on to your vapes, kids. Icicles and alligators and blood traders and purveyors of strange behaviors and masqueraders and mass invaders. In layers and layers and layers. Be good to your God and be good to your Bayer. Take your aspirin and your Roundup and say all of your prayers. The loogie of factions that the nation is hacked is boiling and festering and stabbing itself in the back. Who here is surprised by that? Who here is blown aghast? If you want to know the future, simply look into the past. All the masks are off and they don't even try. They know that you know that they know, and they don't even mind it. All the masks are off and they're getting lazy. They think you're so damn stupid. They think you're so damn crazy. Thank you for listening to that. Yeah, I did that earlier today. I feel like, I don't know if there's anybody else that's out there that's feeling a little bit disheartened by the state of our nation right now, but that was a way for me to try to channel some of that into something productive. So if you felt that, drop something in the comments, click the like button. I appreciate it. I try not to dwell too much on politics on this channel, but I am an outspoken critic of fascism, and I will continue to be. Thank you very much. It's good, says Soviet Pupper. I really appreciate that. Oh, what is this? Franklin Motors? Oh, I thought that I was going to learn how to do something different. I don't agree politically, but your message is true. Yeah, that was Jesse Wells' music. I appreciate being able to share and showcase all of my parts of myself here on the channel. And you know, I am definitely a thinker and a watcher, and it's been hard lately. So that's as much as I'll say about that. I want to get back into the Zomboid zone. You should release it, man. It was solid. Thank you, Left-Handed Mistakes. Okay, let's see how many friends we got over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, more in the neighborhood this way. Let's go up. I believe as we go across the street here, we're gonna start getting closer to town. So let's keep an eye peeled for the Zeds. All right, this is the other side of the church. All right, we might be able to pop through the neighborhood. This is looking rather safe. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so that's the building that we need to break into with the sledgehammer. We're gonna pop through the neighborhood here. The highway might have a lot of zombies. Yeah, I will definitely be more careful around the highway. All right, what is that? I thought maybe that was cigarettes. Okay, like another bowl. Or not bowl, another pod. Another gnome. Anyone in here? Anyone home? All right, time to be very careful. Holy shit, okay, yeah. Yeah, there are people home. Just outside. Let's open that up. All right, well, we got ginger ale pancakes, rotten corn, maple syrup, strainer. We're gonna drink some ginger ale. All right, popping through. Let's take a look, see what we can see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 over there at least. Legal services. Let's go. Or is there's a fence here? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna hop over and kind of sneak by. It's 12:50 in the PM. Oh, look, another Jenny. Yeah, I think the bookstore is in that strip mall. Okay, yeah, and that's a good point. Beer, it's all empty. All right, this could go south if there is an alarm in here. Okay, the risk versus the reward, fam. All right, batteries. I am going to put a fresh battery in this flashlight. If we can, we will. All right, this battery. Insert battery into the flashlight. And another empty gas can, okay. Gardening trowel. Oh, look, another hatchet. Big fan of the hatchet. And actually, yeah, no, okay, that's fine. I'll do that. Welding rods, vice grips. All right, well, we got another Jenny here. I'm going to mark it on the map. All right, it was right over here that the alarm went off. Right. I think, was it? Yeah, it was like right over here. I'm just going to put like, put in red, add a note, alarm. 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 All right, there goes the alarm. And yeah, okay. So we had originally had a house alarm up here. So that's what drove us down the freeway. Oh. You said that the strip mall over here is likely what has it. Okay. Oh yeah, and I didn't even mark the Jenny. My goodness. Jenny. Yeah, okay, and then the police station, I believe, is this blue building right here. No, it's down more, okay. All right, well, there's a Zed in this house. All right, we are going to sneak around. Holy shit. Okay. There's a bunch of them over there. It's on the highway. All right, we're about to do something incredibly dangerous. But we're going to do it for the gram. All right, here we go. Paid off. It paid off. Okay. We need to mark these guys on the map. In front of us. Let me just double check. I get really paranoid that I'm going to get hit by Zed. All right. We are going to put symbols. The undead are all over here. A bunch of them are right over here. Yeah, we walked into that place that is broken right there. I think I broke that window, and then the alarm went off. All right, we seem to be safe. Nice, dude. All right. Yeah, keep going down Wilson Street, second to last one. Okay, let me double check what's in here first. Planks, and more planks. Some wood splinters. More planks. Whole bunch of planks, no nails. More planks. Okay. Well, damn, that freeway's looking pretty open. On this side of town, at least. I think the alarms must have drawn them in. What are the odds that there's a cigarette in here? Damn it, it's locked. Okay, we're gonna look around the corner here, see what we are dealing with at Greens. Okay, it's looking pretty open. Yeah, a little bit further, you said. Okay, we got any friends inside of the store? Not from this angle. I want to take care of some of these guys. One at a time. All right, there's one. There's two. All right, we got 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're going on 3 out of 6. All right, there's 3 out of 6. Here comes number 4, fam. Wham. Bam. Thank you. All right, there's 4. Going on to 5. Aha. We used a whisper. Strategic whisper deployed. There we go. There's 5 out of 6 and 6 out of 6. Lovely. All right, everybody else. All right, we're safe this way. Okay, cool. Strapped shoes. Ooh, a vehicle key. Chevrolet. Is it? Nope, it's not this one. Oh shit, and a Dash Elite. Damn it, it's also not this one. Nothing in the trunk. Disappointment. All right, what about in the car? Another matchbook. We'll always take matches. Cigarettes! Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Oh, dude, and there's barely any left. Shit. All right, well, we're gonna smoke anyway. Take a moment. Enjoy a cigarette. Okay. Give me just a moment here. I'm kind of like looking at a map on the side. We're at Greens. Let's find Greens on the map. Through this neighborhood. Okay, we jumped over. Okay, I see where we are now. Okay, yep. I know, I see exactly where the school, like what you're talking about. All right. We've killed some Zeds. We are no longer agitated. We're still hopeless. But you know what? We found our cigarettes. Let's come over to these cars real quick because I think that we do have the keys to one of them. Not in this one. Looks like I have the keys to this guy. More matchbooks. Map to Rosewood. We will read that. And then, just to show you, here we are. Rosewood is this way. Another battery. And then is the... I don't think we got any gas. Nope. All right. So much toilet paper in such a close vicinity. What is going on here? Ah, a lot of Zeds. Okay. Ooh, okay. This is a nice car, and we also have the key to it. Zero gas remaining, but all things considered, it appears to be a decent vehicle. Notepad, improve your house, matchbook. A CD, a boy from Kentucky. Nothing in the truck. All right, and then nothing else in this car? Locked. All right, we're in the back seat. We got tissues. Nothing. Nothing good. All right, well, we know that we are getting ourselves into some shit over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Zeds. And that bookstore is right over here. Are we safe? Ooh, they're migrating. Okay. We're doing all right. Move around them. Anybody over here? Ooh, the front side. We're good on the front side. All right. This is like office chairs. Ooh, an ambulance. Police station's down here. Yep, here comes the bookstore. Right next. Ooh, okay, we got a couple Zeds in the building. Here's the bookstore. And we appear to be safe in the immediate vicinity, aside from the two that are there. All right, we are gonna break this window. Oh, hang on. They got out. I was like, I could hear their footsteps. Oh, okay, hang on. Oh, whoa. All right, we got 4 of them. There we go. Got one. Got the other. Come here, boyo. Would you kindly lay down? If you catch the reference, drop it in the comments. All right, anything fun? Photograph of a town. Prescription glasses. All right, hang on. They all broke out from here. Anybody else? Oh, yep. Yep, come here. Rendo. Okay, there's 2. Wow. So we've killed like 4. There's 5, 6 in the building. Yeah, they all came out of the appliance store. What were they buying? Stoves. It says Soviet bubber. Oh, dude, there's still somebody in here somewhere. Hello? Where are you? It's getting sketch. Irvington Speedway is a brochure. Crossword, give me, okay, map of Muldra, map of Riverside. We'll read that. All right, we've already read the map of Muldra. Monster trucks. And these up here don't seem, okay, there's matchbook. The Furlease? Okay, yeah, they might be in the Furlease. Apple juice. You gotta celebrate, top off with some juice. Doing pretty well on this 24th day. Dude, our beard is looking glorious. I started with a goatee, now I have a beard. A lot of rotten stuff. Chocolate milk, muffin, stale yogurt. Diet Cola. We're gonna eat some chips while we're at it. Part of that migrant lifestyle. What I'm hoping is, I thought like maybe, just maybe, on the shelves I could find a Jenny bag. Beef jerky, always welcome. And granola bars. Dude, a lot of jerky. Cannot see over here. Seltzer water. Getting rid. Yay for non-perishables. Yes. More dehydrated meat sticks. I will be alive forever if I don't fall off a roof again. All right, we are going to equip this in our secondary. I was like, because I need to see what the hell I'm going into. Nothing. All right, and then this was just a little Slurpee machine. All right, well, that was a nice little investigation into there. Let's turn that off. Let's go back. This will be full of preservatives. This man will be so full of preservatives that even a Zed bite won't kill him. Oh, I think that's the door. Yes, it is. I can see it moving. Empty beer bottles. And right there. Yep, they're on either side. All right. Ooh. Oh, shit. Okay, hang on. I'll deal with the guy I can see first. Come here. Get inside. Get inside. All right, getting outside. Oh, whoa. Oh! Okay, hang on. Where the hell did they come from? All right, well, this, my friends, is how you deal with a horde. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. We got this, we got this. All right, so what I'm gonna do. Oh, shit. Okay, hang on. I see another guy coming from that way. That must have been the horde that migrated. All right. We're good. We're good. The little horde from earlier. Yeah, they definitely found me. All right. So we're safe this way. Let's start maybe taking some of these guys out. No time like the present. All right. That seems to be, there's these two that are the most immediate that are on me. All right. Nobody's coming from behind me. Nobody's coming from the side. No one's coming that way. Okay, cool. We're good. We're good. All right. We're going to get this one too. Now we're a little bit tired. I'm going to slap some caffeine pills. Oh, and we're tired. Yeah. Now we're exhausted. All right. We don't want to push ourselves to the limit. I'm glad that we got out of there, dude. That was freaking crazy. All right. We're going to take some caffeine pills. I don't have any vitamins on me. All right. Well, look at this. This is good. Just kind of go back, fall back to an area that we haven't really whoa, voice crack. Wow. Go back to an area that we haven't really explored yet. Another building that's for lease. Dude, this is triggering. This is literally the building I was just in, I swear. Anyone here? All right. Fill up our water canteen. And we will fill up that empty water bottle now. All right, well, this looks like a haircut place. There's no spot to sit in here. All right, cool. I didn't have to break in. All right, anybody home? Anyone in the kitchen? Nope, looks like we're okay in here. All right. And all of the rotten fish fingers that I could want. Lovely. Fleshing tool, rotten ground beef, some dried sage. We're always looking for more things to cook with in this house. And you know what? While we're here and we have an opportunity and we're safe, let's, ooh, stale ham. I'm gonna eat the whole stale ham. Watch me eat a whole stale ham. Because it will fill me up. No food shall go wasted. I don't have the ability to chop this ham up right now, so I'm gonna eat it all. Waste not, want not. What I was gonna say before I got distracted by a whole ham. Oh, bro, dude, there's more. There's lard. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. And fresh potatoes. Oh, my goodness. And a mango. Bro. All right. Fuck the zucchini. We're still not eating it. All right. We are going to use some of the soap that we have, and we are going to wash ourselves. And we have soap. So let's clean ourselves off with soap. Try to get some of the blood off. As you can see, we are very bloody right now. We are doing just fine on our scouting mission, man. We cleared a lot of the parts of Maldra that we haven't touched yet. We almost had a look at the police station. I was so close to going into the bookstore too. I think that we'll be able to spend the night in a nearby house or something. Because we must expand. And all of that blood, it should be gone. Did it not? Okay, hang on. Wash. All of this. Is it too dark to wash myself? Watch that be the thing. Hang on. Equip secondary. No, okay. Weird. Oh, am I out of water? Yeah, I'm out of water. That's why. Okay. All right, let's turn. Oh, no, don't remove the battery. Turn that off. Flick this back on. Yeah, no more water. Well, we are. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that way. We took out a chunk of them, man. That was decent. Nothing else here, huh? Rotten cupcakes, fishing 1. What is our fishing level? Is it already? Well, I'm gonna steal that book. All right, and we're gonna unlock this door, and this must be the bathroom. And if it is, then maybe we can, yeah, we'll clean ourselves in here too. White toilet, wash. Let's do, I can't do all clothing. Let's clean off our pants. Be easier if we had a bathtub, but I'll make do with what I have for right now. Just take a moment to try to clean the character. 458 Zeds killed. So now the pants will be clean. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Pants are clean. Now we go back to washing. Let's clean the backpack. Has a little bit of blood on it. All right, I'm going to go over to the sink. We will wash the... Where is my... Am I not able to wash the ranger shirt? Just needs more water. Yeah, it needs 26 water. Okay. Put the satchel and the boonie hat, maybe. Now, when the power is on, you do have the ability to use the washers and the dryers in the world. Speeds this up a lot. Okay, and that's out of water now. What other parts of me can I clean for right now? Clean that boonie hat off. And I mean, being covered in blood probably affects... Yeah, look at that. I'm weepy now. I probably feel a little bit better because I've cleaned myself. And we're agitated again, so it's time to smoke a cigarette that we found in a car. Oh, I still have the Riverside map. I'm gonna drop that. Okay, and as far as other things we can wash, let's get our crowbar. This is part of the more calm side of Zomboid. Just relax a little bit, clean a little bit. Get that bandana that's on our face. I'm glad that we went from hopeless to just weepy. All right, out of water. I'll fill the rest of this in this water bottle. Okay. 6:50 p.m. Let's pull open the map and kind of just take a look where we are. All right, yeah, we made a decent push. Yeah. This is where the Zeds were. Let's mark a bunch of them. Probably like a couple there, maybe a couple there, maybe like a few there. There's definitely Zeds in this area. Okay, closest house is going to be on the other side of the street. We know, and that's the place that we jumped over. All right, down Wilson Street, he says, "Ooh, am I actually able to rest here? Yeah, I can." All right. Let's take a look. Health is doing good. Skills, how we doing in terms of combat? Long Blunt is almost level 5. How's maintenance? Maintenance level 5. 392.5 out of 1,500. Yeah, we got that ×8 multiplier at 125%. Experience boost. All right, there's the barber. I'm going back. I I'm all rested. I feel like we managed the Zed population that popped out of there. That was weird. Oh, shit. They're on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. They just keep migrating. Okay, look at that. Did that guy see me? Yeah. All right, sun is starting to go down. That has to be the last of them, dude. Remove the broken glass. All right, hang on. I'm gonna equip flashlight and a secondary. I'm gonna go over here. I'm going to attach where the hell is the hatchet? Claw hammer. Is the hatchet in here? Yeah, there it is. Belt left. All right, we're doing hatchet, and that way we can see. Oof. All right, so they're in the other store. All right, let's take a look. We can see 3 bookshelves. Mechanics 3, tracking 1, 3, and 4. Comic book, paperback, more paperback. Ooh, hang on, what is this? Maintenance 1, maintenance 3, masonry 1, masonry 2, blacksmithing 1 and 3. Animal care 1 and 2. Foraging 1. Kentucky farmer will teach us to make the mildew cure. Agriculture 3. Really? Okay, butchering 2. First aid 2 and 3. Big biceps. Bruh. There is no Jenny Mag here. Magazine, early indigenous armor. Okay, this teaches us how to make bone. Hang on one second. Teaches us how to make, come on, this is what I want. Ooh, and napping 1 and carving 2. Okay, there's at least still some good books. Make bone body armor, bone choker, bone firearm armor, shin armor, bone shoulder armor, bone thigh armor, wooden body armor, wooden forearm armor, wooden shoulder armor, wooden thigh armor. Well, you can make wooden armor. I'll read that. There's a chair right there. But in terms of safety, so I at least know that there's decent books here. I'm not going to be putting them in my backpack right now. This is still part of that reconnaissance. Oops, gosh, I have quite the habit of booping my microphone. Boop. Okay. Yeah, we did take fishing 1, so that we can at least prepare for that. We've got a magazine on us. A lot of beef jerky. We'll read that Kentucky farmer, which will teach us how to make a mildew cure for agriculture stuff. Almost there. This was a good place to navigate to, though. Thank you, Soviet Pupper, for pointing me in this direction. It's a good shot to try to find the Jenny mag. All right, we need another cigarette, but I think that we are out of cigarettes. All right, and then the magazine from the Kentucky Farmer. Let's read that. No problem. Too bad you didn't get the mag. Yeah, it's out there though. Sometimes, I mean, that seems to be the way that the dice rolls. RNG. You know, some games, you know, you'll start off and you're like, dude, I found a Jenny mag. I have a car, a metal baseball bat right next to me. This just happened to be one of the things that we have to scout for. So makes it a little bit more interesting. Our route is a little bit more dynamic, you know? Plus, I have to do a lot of this exploration on my feet because of the motion sensitive trait just being such a hindrance. I haven't seen any mods that stabilize that yet, and I haven't seen them talk about a patch yet. All right, we are almost to the end of this book. And I'll take a moment and just say, hey, if you are listening for the first time and you have not clicked that subscribe button or that like button, please, I encourage you to do so. We'd love to have you on the channel. I stream Sundays at 7:30 Arizona time, and then I try to post the VODs throughout the week. I will be releasing the Life is Strange Part 1 that I did with my wife here soon. That should probably be this week alongside the last VOD that I haven't gotten to yet. Okay. These guys. Really nothing. Okay. I want to get a peek. I'm going to turn this off. Coming out here. I want to get a peek outside. See what I can see. That is the police station right down there. I'm going to whack him with a hatchet. I'm going to poke him with a stick. There you go. Holy guacamole. All right, what do we got? Guy with a rifle. Whole lot of police officers. That looks like a shotgun. All right, that is a big old backpack. Yeah, it's got to be at least 15. Don't know if you want to check that. It's more south of this VHS store yet. Never mind. Okay, well, we know that there are a lot of Zeds in the police station. That guy looks like he's got armor on. That guy has a weird looking hat. All right, definitely not going to go there tonight. Dude, it is creeping and crawling over here. But yeah, we are absolutely going to have to take care of that before we can go into the police station. All right, there's that little horde. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 7 over here. 8, 9. Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna try to be real sneaky. It's not working. It's not working. All right, I got it. I got it. Don't worry. Ooh, pushed him over the fence. Execute. Execute. We got this. We got it. We got it. 9:20 p.m. All right, and he's down. Got it. Okay. Ooh-wee. All right, I'm gonna come this way. I think there's a Zed in there. Maybe not. Did I just walk through a fence? Oh no, okay. This is... We're good, we're good. That looks like Zed's broke out of. This is the other side of the police station. Ooh, a burned down house. Oh, mother of God. All right. Well, we're not tired yet. But we are going to try to play this smart. Like a smarty pants. There were a lot of... Okay, another guy with a shotgun. Another police with a shotgun. There will be a generator mag in this. Damn it. All right. Well... That guy's just gonna walk away. Ah, fuck. Okay, hang on. No! Fuck! No, 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 no. Okay. Woo! That was... close. Woo! Woo! We're good. I lost my boonie hat again. This can't keep happening. Where the hell did it go? On the floor. Oh, it's over here. Yeah, dude, that was rough. Those stupid Zeds that are crawling, they get me. One misclick and you're donezo. Lab warehousing. Oh my God, dude. Stop following me. Okay. Just kind of casually walking down the street, trying to assess what I have. South of that station. Okay. Ooh. House is burned down. We can find a fire truck. We can find an axe. There looks to be bricks. Ooh. What is that over here? What building is this? All right, we got some trailers. Going around. Ooh, is that a snow shovel? Sure looks like it. All right, yeah, that guy's definitely following me. Let me try to block line of sight real quick. I think those are offices. Okay. We have some caffeine pills. We're not tired yet. We're still fighting. Just to keep myself going, I am going to take some. This has been a very productive scouting mission, I will say. Holy shit. Okay, not that way. A lot of barrels over here. Storamax. Is this a storage facility? Yep, yes it is. Okay. Oh man. Again, I'm like, okay, I think I gotta keep going. Looks like a compost. That looks like a fishing net. Yeah, it is. All right, well, I won't fight them. We are going to go across the street. And then we are going to have to start knocking some people out. Once we take this stuff back, we're going to drop off a lot of food, though. Hang on. Pull open that map. See where we are. All right. So we just need to go up. This is the back road. All right, we got several friends back here. Ooh. Gonna eat some chips while we're at it. I think that there might be a cabin back here. All right, there's definitely a Zed. Yeah, they're there. All right. Wow, dude, one hit. Knocked him out in one hit. We'll finally be able to cook pasta. That will be a celebratory meal. And guess what? We have 4 bowls to divvy it in. All right, this is going around the back here. Yeah, sweet. And this is going back around. Ooh, okay, we got a friend. Good thing we have cat eyes. Don't get lost. Don't worry. Yeah, this is the way that we want to go. I'm just kind of staying to the outskirts. If I were to keep going out this way, then I'd pop in the bottom of the neighborhood. I kind of want to go around the top right here. I just don't want to run into a bunch of guys unintentionally. Oh, all right. I'm hearing one. Ah, there you are, bitch. Found ya. All right. There we go. This is our neighborhood. If you do, you got to collect 8 pages if you get lost. Love the reference. An ice pick. Look at that. By 11:30 p.m., we've made it back to our main neighborhood. Sick nasty. Darkness ain't gonna stop us. Covered a lot of ground on foot today, man. Where are we at now? 471 Zeds, almost a 500. Cat eyes, my beloved. Yeah, I know, dude. Otherwise, it would be just completely dark. All right, let's just go to sleep. I think we'll be okay. All right, simple bed. You are not tired enough to sleep. Is that the caffeine pills? Okay, well, if the caffeine pills are keeping me awake, let's go put our kitchen supplies away. As dark as can be in here. All right, I'm gonna put the empty pot, the frying pan, the griddle pan, all in there. Put the bowls in there too. Slap the whisk in there. All right, and we're gonna come over here and put in the instant popcorn, bouillon cube, basting brush, pepper, yeast, corn flour. Let's move all of that. Sugar cubes go in there too, peanuts, peanut butter, onion powder. All right, what do we got in here? Okay, all right, we got a lot of beef jerky. We're gonna move the dried sage, the mango. I'm just gonna go ahead and eat it. All right, what do we got? We got chips. I'll slide those chips in here. 3 dehydrated meat sticks in this one. Make it 4 beef jerky. We already have painkillers. I'm gonna slide. Okay, wait, yeah, then we got the book, the fishing book. Wow, dude, it is dark. Okay, let's try to fix that problem. Equip secondary. Okay, and we did pick up this other hatchet. I'm gonna drop it on the ground. All right, let's plop the magazine that we found over here. Along with, we got a bunch of flyers that we haven't read yet and brochures. All right, backup battery. Move the potato. All right, we're gonna move the fishing book over here. Oh, look, dude, there's maintenance 4. Snap. For 7 and 8. I think we're currently working on 5. Yeah, well, cool. When we get through 5 and 6, we got the next maintenance book. That is fantastic. All right, it's 12:20. Am I able to go to bed yet? Let's fill up our water. All right, please. Not tired enough to sleep. Well, if I'm not tired enough to sleep, then I might as well work on reloading. That's wild that my guy's not tired. All right, let's pull this up. We are working on reloading level 4. So I'm just going to speed up time and practice putting in the bullets and taking them out. I realize if you're playing on a multiplayer server, you do not have the luxury of speeding up time. There's going to be a lot of ammunition. There's got to be a decent amount of ammunition in that police station. Yeah, when you can't, yeah, it's painful, says Soviet Pupper. Yeah, when you can't speed up time. That puts us at 317 out of 750. We're about halfway there. Able to sleep yet? No. That's crazy, man. Frank is not a tired boy. That's got to get us at least halfway there. Yeah, 381 out of 750. Still not tired to sleep. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I have my sleeping pills with me here. They might be on the table, but at this point, I'm just gonna reload. I have no idea why my guy would be so not tired. I mean, I took some caffeine pills at like 10 p.m. Still can't sleep. Fuck it, we're going for level 4. Been an hour and 57 minutes of this madness. Oh, now it's starting to rain out. Still can't sleep. I took 2 pills? Oh, bro. I didn't know that I took 2. Well, kept me wired through the night to practice my reloading. It got me home. All right. That puts us at 552 out of 750. Let's keep going. Unless my guy wants to sleep a little bit. Nope. Well, that means tomorrow is probably going to be a wash of a day because I feel like if I tried to go out there, my guy's going to start getting real exhausted real fast. He doesn't like reloading bullets in the dark. It makes him so sad. But we're going to be going into firearms more prepared. At least reloading won't be a hurdle. It's 4:30 in the morning. Good Lord. Sleep. Okay, yeah, we're going to do that. Get some sleep. It's raining. All right, dude, we might as well finish this. 665. Yeah, let's finish what we started. We're gonna get level 4 reloading. Almost there. There it is. Level 4 reloading increases the speed you reload firearms and magazines. All right, I heard somebody screaming out there. All right, well, hey, we got our bathtub. Let's use the opportunity to clean ourselves with the soap that we have. Wash yourself. Okay, cool. Okay, white bath, wash all containers. All weapons. Okay, let's do the ranger shirt. $24 days and 20 hours. We're almost to day 25. All right, let's speed this up. All right, what else can we wash? Clean the pants again. There we go. All right, let's clean our gloves. There we go. We're looking nice and clean, boy. Here you go, Frankie. All right, let's make ourselves a bowl of cereal. It's all gray. The colors are all washed. One of my mods is doing its thing. Okay, let's go to the fridge. And we are going to transfer our liquid from here into... Goodness, this happens to me every time. I wish that they wouldn't do that. Transfer into the empty bowl. Why? Does it have to be in my inventory? That's wild. Okay, yeah, it does have to be in the inventory. All right, and then we need to find the cereal, which should be on the ground. Pour a bowl of cereal. Eat that bowl of cereal. Now, I think the shotgun is not... I think it's in the car. But we do have an M14 rifle that is very, very loud. We have a lot of pistol ammo. But the thing is, like I said, if we start shooting, then we're going to attract a lot of attention. And if I'm going to shoot, I feel like I'd rather have the shotgun. There's our fishing one that we put there. Let's go outside. I want to take a look at our stuff. And real quick, let's move the magazine back. Empty bowl in the backpack. All right, cow's milk. We're gonna drop you on the ground over here. Battery, flashlight, move you in a small backpack. Be over prepared than under. It says Soviet, yeah. That is absolutely the plan. I already have 50 bullets in my bandolier, but if I go loaded with like 150 pistol rounds, I don't expect every shot to hit, you know? All right, there is the shotgun and a box of shotgun shells. So let's take the shotgun inside. We do have our tent kit. All right, I want to sit down real quick. And how many, if I open this box of shotgun shells, how many are there? 20? 25. That's 25 shots plus 5. That's 30 plus 1. 31 shots in the shotgun. And I have just a small backpack. That's the other sad thing. All right, and then in terms of pistol, box of 9 mils, that's 50 bullets. If I was to open this box, I think I can only hold 50 rounds in here, yeah. All right, this magazine, I'm gonna grab both mags. $15 out of 15, 15 out of, okay, so we have 15, 30, plus 50, so that's 80, plus another 50, that's 20 plus 30, that's 130. 130 bullets plus the pistol that we actually have, 145 bullets of pistol ammo. 145 bullets, pistol ammo, plus 31 shotgun. I don't have a holster. Oh, wait, I do have a holster. Okay. All right, and that puts me at 17 out of 12. If I put the shotguns and the rounds, or sorry, shotgun rounds in there, if I attach the shotgun to my back and then I move okay, shotgun is on my back while I'm holding the crowbar right now. That's 14. If I move the crowbar into the backpack, that puts me, again, I'm still, okay. Grab the shotgun. 12.58 out of 12. If I put the backup magazines in the military satchel, 12.32. Okay, and if I put the pistol in the backpack. Okay, pistol in the backpack. So I can travel with all of this. And I do have like all of the food and stuff that I need. Got the flashlight. All right. I'm thinking that it might be time to make some noise, friends. I think it might be time. Yeah, look at that shotgun right there. Wee. Ooh-wee. Here we go. All right. We safe? Everything looking good? Looks good to me. About to get loud up in here, says Soviet Pupper. Yep. Yes, it will be. Shotgun is the loudest, but I'm only, oh yeah, shit. Now I don't know if I don't have beta blockers on me. Fuck, that's at my other house. All right. Well, I'm already committed, so. And at this point, let's equip the crowbar in our hands. Cortman Medical did not. I've already rated Cortman Medical. All right. Well, we've already been through the neighborhood. Let's hop over some fences here. Here we go. All right, a lot of our Zed friends in the area. We'll get around them. Get some good sneaking experience. Make sure that we don't sneak directly into one. You know, while we're over here, let's check for a Jenny Mag. House for sale, American Tire. Nope. 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 That's a double nope. All right, we've been into this is the area of Clark's storage that we are going to break into with a sledgehammer when the time comes. Now, when we start shooting, we're going to draw a lot of Zeds. Oh, shit. Okay, so here's where we start kind of diverting our path. This is where we had hopped that fence. They look like they're migrating. Oh shit, okay, hang on. All right, let's go. I'd say somewhere, you ain't gonna go again. Yeah. Yeah, we are going to start drawing all the Zeds from the surrounding areas when we start shooting this shotgun. We got a lot of ammo, but I mean, the goal here is to try to clear out as much as we can, and then we are going to have to go through the woods to probably get back. Because I think it's like, what, a 50 tile radius? Something like that. All right, now we're back to greens. We're about to go Frank Reynolds up in here. Anyways, I started blasting. Okay, there's more. There's the friends migrated that way. We got one guy following us. You got a hatchet in you? Bro, look at that. 3rd hatchet. I'm for it. Thanks. Sick. All right. Hatchet's going in the backpack. All right, we're going around the back. Is that a backpack? Just hoodie. All right, we're gonna go back around the front here. I think the Zeds are over there. Yeah, there you go. Bobbing and weaving and weaving and bobbing. Bibbidi bobbidi. Car horns are loud too. Yep, that's also an option. Now, I don't have the sledgehammer on me, so we're not going all loot spree right now. This is much more a targeted operation. And I want to get a better look around the immediate area. Okay, so yeah, we've got a ton down there. I could probably knock these 2 out by hand. I think McCoy Lumber is a little bit out that way too. And the VHS store, like you said, is a little bit, or is like right over here. All right, bunch of Zeds. God knows how many are in the woods. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, I think I've drawn the attention of 3 of them. This one looks like he has a hatchet on him. Oh, no, tire iron. Okay, be careful where we are walking. All right, yeah, I can manage 3. These are not bad. All right, there we go. Look, another M9 pistol. I'm gonna eject the mag. So we got like 4 mags now. I don't need the excess pistol. All right, plop that mag in the backpack. Ooh, hang on, I'm holding the pistol in my hand. That's what's going on. All right, drop it. There we go. Attach both hands. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. All right, so we have, I think, 4 mags that are full, ready to go, so we don't have to reload. Ooh, look, a revolver, 45 rounds. Consuela. Ooh, a shoulder holster. Can be used to store 2 pistol magazines. Absolutely. All right, well, we're gonna take... We'll do that in a moment, hang on. Holster. Okay. Now, let's go back over here. I've got 2 full mags. Those are going in the shoulder holster. Okay. Now, yeah, there's the HitVid store. Kind of walk around. Okay, looks like we're clear mostly on this side. I might not need to go in shooting quite yet. Yep, so this is, you got your exposure survival, all kinds of magic woodlands, all your fun stuff here. Ooh, lightning, thunder. For popcorn in here? Nope. All right, let's come into the backpack. Equip this in our secondary. We can see what's in here. Odyssey 1960. They got all the dirty ones in the back. Woodcraft episode 7. Yeah, we can't watch any of these right now, but good to see what they have. Exposure survivor or survival. Exposure survival episode 7. Hey, look, there's foraging. There is fire. The Cook Show episode 5 teaches stir fry. Again, the one about fire. Woodcraft episode 2, flooring and signs. Fishing. Car Zone episode 3, windows. You are dead. Anyone in the back? Alright, we're safe in here. Just the back area. We will unlock this door. Alright. So this is a secure building. We know that. Well, the entry to the police station looks like it might be decently safe until I get closer, that is. All right, let's go back over here, come into the main inventory, equip the crowbar in both hands again. Come here, friend. Wherever they've disappeared to. Oh, there they are. All right, there was a second one. There was another one. Is it right there? I don't know. I couldn't. That didn't. That looked like a person for a moment. Okay, well, it looks like I've been playing my cards in the right order. I have not had to go on a shooting spree quite yet. Ooh, hang on. We got that holster, that's huge. Oh look, nimble, sweet. What level is that? 3. I always think that the Car Zone show got canceled because you can only find VHSs of them. I feel like every now and then you might see it. But yeah, it's usually exposure survival in the evenings. But I feel like I've caught the car show on there, or AutoZone, or whatever it is. All right, I am not going to start looking at bodies yet. Oh, fuck yeah. Hiking backpack. That's what I want. And it looks like it might even have a sleeping bag attached. That's absolutely a win. Come here, brother. All right, we got more. All right. Got another 2. Ooh. That guy's shambling fast. I mean, business. Okay. I think we are okay to take a look. Big hiking backpack. Absolutely. All right, we're gonna grab it. And a cheap sleeping bag, which is packed. Okay, cool. Well, we will continue this in a moment. And back up. Dude, they are coming. A steak knife. All right. Dude, they just will not stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Steak knife and a large knife. Put it in the hiking bag. The cheap sleeping bag that is packed. Oh, dude, look, and we get a fanny pack now. Oh, hang on. All right, I'll get this fanny pack in a moment. Fanny pack, we will wear this on our front. Some friendship bracelets, speeding ticket. There's an M9 pistol, which we can take the mag out. All right, hang on, we got 3 of them. Let's take a stroll back. We are a little bit exhausted. I feel like if I start shooting guns now, that might be a bad move. So let's come over here. Oh, all right. And they had a backpack with nothing in it. Okay. Let's go back inside the building. There is a chair here, at least. We're gonna rest. All right, and while we are resting, let's manage this inventory. We are going to wear the big hiking backpack. That big hiking backpack has a capacity of 22 and an encumbrance reduction of 80, while the small backpack had a capacity of 15 and an encumbrance reduction of 70. So we're gonna move everything from this backpack into the big hiking bag. So we get more encumbrance reduction and we can hold more. Awesome. Okay, now we can take the small backpack, drop it on the ground right here. I'm gonna sit again. What is this icon? Weird. Okay. Let's eat one of the beef jerkies. This is holding 16 out of 22. All right, pistol. Oh, dude, okay, so you can put that in the shoulder holster. Let's put it in a holster right. Okay, now let's take the crowbar, put it in the big hiking backpack. Okay, so now we are just weighed down. Let's fill up our water. I think that let's go into the bathroom and fill that up. All right, we will move the canteen. Move you into the big hiking bag. Fanny pack just has some gum in it. All right, we're gonna move a bunch of this stuff. Let's move the magazine into the hiking bag. Gonna try to make things weigh less. Thread can go in the sewing kit. There we go. All right, here we are. Let's move out. Now, there was a guy that had a pistol mag, and I want it. Who is this guy over here? Check that magazine. All right. We will rack that one's... Okay, yeah, rack the pistol. All right, we will drop that. All right. That one round. We will insert that round into that magazine. 3 magazines in the bag, plus another 2 magazines on the shoulder holster. All right, let's start using our pistol. Pistol is not going to be as loud. Down goes one. All right. Ooh, okay. Now we're getting anxious. Bam. All right. Goodness gracious. That one sucked. There we go. Yep, there they come. Whew. All right, we're still doing all right. Hang on, gotta reload. Oop. Don't worry. We got it. Ooh, this one's coming fast. There we go. Oh. We'll reload that one. Oh. Reloading again. wearing a helmet. But it didn't stop me. Oh, he was still alive. Not anymore. Shit, no, he's still alive. Now he's not. Bam! There we go, level 1 aiming. Oh shit! Okay, gotta reload that one. We're gonna clear them out, don't worry. $533 that we're at right now. I think we might be at the end of the wave. For whom the bell tolls. We did it. Okay, hang on. We got another guy with a gun who wants to say hello. Shotgun, unload that shotgun. Drop it. All right. Now go buy a wall gun already. You got too many points. Yeah, I need to get a ray gun. Like I'm playing Nazi zombies up in here. Where's the mystery box? All right, we are gonna eject this mag again. Yeah, I'm stealing all the magazines, taking all the bullets. All right, and we're gonna rack it. Then we'll drop it. All right, let's see what we're dealing with over here. I need more bullets. Need more guns. Got minor muscle strain. Some photograph of someone holding a very large vegetable. All right, M9 magazine. This one's coming in the bag as well. M9 pistol. Eject that magazine. Rack it. Drop it. All right, we're gonna start loading mags. All right, let's load them up. How many we at now? 544 Zeds. That was quite the sleigh that we did there. Oh, am I out of ammo now? I got no more rounds. Okay, cool. Let's go do, okay. These guys will take 15 rounds. Let's see, this pistol already has, okay, we're good. So this one's going in the holster. This one going in the holster. These guys can stay here, 0, 6, 15. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna put the rest of the mags in here. Shotgun shells, plop them in the bag too. $31 plus, I think, like the 6 that we have. So yeah, like 37. Probably likes pump. Now go, yeah, probably likes pumpkin, says Soviet Pupper. Now, I would hope that that drew enough people out. All right, nothing in here. Looks like we got some glue. All right, we're a little bit tired. We are absolutely gonna have some caffeine pills. Could always fire a shot. Yeah, that's true. To draw some out. All right, fired a couple shots there. We'll see if that lures any more of them. And let me come back over here because I did see this guy. Yeah, there's a couple. Yep, we're drawing in a couple from the surrounding area. All right, back to the safety that we know. One behind. Is that the one that you were talking about down there? Ooh, another guy with a backpack. Oh, okay. Hey, is that Jason? It is! Hey, Jason. All right, yeah, and these look like the ones that are from the back of the complex. Easy clap. Don't worry. I ain't even bothered. What's my shooting? We're gonna get to level 2. 62.7 out of 150. I feel like once you get to level like 3 or 4, then you start hitting things much more consistently. Or like you kill them in one shot. I keep having to do that double tap. There, that one died. I know that. absolutely brutal over here in Maldra. Rule number 2 of Zombieland, the double tap. Okay, anybody else coming? Anybody? Yep, that guy down there. I haven't seen anyone come from the woods. Shotgun, we are gonna unload it. So I'm gonna pick that up, walk away with it, and we'll rack it. All right, rack it and drop it. All right, shotgun shells in the bag. All right, did I miss anybody here? There's the nightstick. I'm not interested in the revolver. Revolver's pretty loud too. Tactical walkie, key to residence. All right, these are officers. M1911 doesn't have a magazine. More bulletproof vest. More bulletproof vest. Yeah, see, the smell is starting to get overwhelming. It's awful. I want to be careful of that. What's that green moodle? Yeah, that one is the bad smell. So if that one gets too intense, you can get sick. Yeah, that you can get an infection. And your guy will start like throwing up and stuff. Yeah, that symbol right there, I mean, the best way to combat that, here, 1 second. The best way to combat that is to wear a respirator with respirator filters. Because you can die. If you fall asleep in your car, like by all of these guys, you can get an infection and die. So, let that be known. We did a lot of the killing outside the confines of this building. 562. I think we've killed like 100 Zeds at least. 7 p.m. But I think we've cleared it enough that coming back here with a sledgehammer is actually in the cards now. And we have a sleeping bag. Fire pump. Bandages. Let's fill up our water. I'd call that a successful run and gun. That was the first run and gun of the entire series, really. I've only used weapons so far kind of defensively and preemptively. All right, what we got? This door. Oh, the door was broken. Okay. Could axe the security doors. Okay. I do think I have the axe on me. I figured that the sledgehammer was what I would need. That's at least like fully destroyed rather than swinging at it. Camera film. Oh, Jesus! Fucking hell. Holy shit, dude. Fuck. Man, that was scary as hell. Am I able to hold the pistol and the flashlight? Yes, I can. Okay, thank Christ. Fuck me sideways. That was scary. All right, I don't think there's anyone else in here. Empty screwdriver. All right. Thank God for my aiming skills. Could have been much worse. All right, we got an upstairs. And a downstairs. All right, hang on. Oh. I don't need to shoot. I'll stomp. Dead. All right, we got staples. Oh, dude, I think the armory is already open. Hell yeah. Canned evaporated milk. Dude, we got it all. Take our box of mags. I think our bandolier. Yeah, okay, hang on. So let's pop open this bag. Or this, and we'll plop the 50 bullets into the bandolier. All right. Oh, dude, yeah. More ammo. Look, and we're able to restock. Military satchel. Box of shotgun shells. More 9mm rounds. These pistols. We can eject magazines. We got a lot of mags. Check the evidence storage downstairs. Sometimes have good stuff, not guaranteed. All right, I will. Lot of magazines. Rack that pistol. Drop that. All right, yeah, and we are weighing a lot right now. This pistol is full quality. Let's eject the magazine from this pistol. And we will we will rack this, drop that pistol, insert the magazine into a fresh M9. There we go. Ooh. All right. Carving fork. Oof. This is getting intense. Oh, it's open. It's open. All right, hang on. Oh, okay, there we are. That'll draw anyone else near. Health is okay. All right, I just wanted to make sure. All right, I'm just trying to check for people. I want to be absolutely certain I'm not going to run into anybody. Wildlife Preserve. We've already read that one. Box of cotton balls, that's good for first aid. A hacksaw, a nice whetstone, some more thread. Surgical gloves. There might be antibiotics. Beta blockers. Okay, hang on. Beta blockers. That is good for block and panic. Put that in the fanny pack. More thread, whetstone, cockroach. Scalpels, coffee machine, box of suture needles, even more thread. A tarp, even more thread. Suture, box of needles. I'm just gonna stock up on all the thread that I need. Club hammer. A worn hatchet. We are quite tired. Ooh, the respirator. All right, we will wear it. That will help with the bodies. So if you wear a half mask respirator with respirator filters, that is how you combat the stink of the dead. All right, there's a fleshing tool, paperwork, scalpel, painkillers on the ground, and a bandage. Yeah, I'm quite exhausted. Let's go take a look at that evidence locker. And it doesn't seem like anybody else is in here. Bro, dude, it is so dark. Make sure nobody's fucking hiding in here. All right, what we got here? That's a baseball bat, magazine, cheapskates, John Spiral. All right, here, hang on one second. Can I sit on the ground? Switchblade. Another crowbar that's nice. Real Spy Secrets teaches hollow out book. And this is how to make an improvised screwdriver and copy a building key. All right, well, let's... And what are these other magazines? Barbed wire weapon. All right, let's read one of these magazines. Teaches us how to hollow out a book. And then while we are reading that, let me take a look. Okay, we still got a good amount of battery. It is 9:10. And in our backpack here... Yeah, man. Okay, so to make some room for our very overloadedness... Yeah, it's either a hit or a miss. It says Soviet. Yeah, I still got a whole bunch here that I'm going to check. But I am probably going to drop some of these things temporarily down here. I have so many magazines of ammunition right now. Speed up time. Okay, and the other magazine that we wanted to read, the Cheapskates John Spiral. So this will teach us how to copy a building key and make an improvised screwdriver. Oops, come on. Back to here, yeah, read it. Okay. Man, we've been streaming for over 3 hours. Holy cow. Let's see. So I have 8 magazines in my primary. Another 5 M9 magazines in the backpack. All right, let's insert some of these rounds. All right, so that one should have 15. We're gonna put it in the holster. $12 out of 15. Let's unload this magazine. Insert the 3 that we need. All right, so now we've got 2 fully loaded in the holster. All right, we can drop this. All right, in terms of other stuff. So let's just say, like, let's drop the large knives for right now. And the hatchet. Let's eat a beef jerky. All right, so that should move and make us some room. We'll put our mask respirator back on. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the bandana. All right, we're gonna put all of the magazines in the bag. All right, now we are just overloaded. And if I press 4, I put it back in the holster. Okay, I think that we're good. Let's get up and take a look. Okay, 38 special rounds. Those go into the revolver. With a sawed-off double barrel shotgun. Move the baseball bat to the ground. I'm just gonna kind of drop some of this stuff on the ground here. Another crowbar that's new. You know what, dude? I mean, we might replace the blue crowbar. Yeah, let's drop the blue crowbar and let's replace it with one that is just completely brand spanking new. Crowbar is such a good weapon, in my opinion. Hey, look at our aiming, man. 100 experience out of 150. All right, let's get that new crowbar, put that in the backpack. Bolt cutters, shotgun shells. We want the shotgun shells. Another double barrel with shotguns in there. We're gonna unload it. All right, we will drop it, come back over here, equip this in our secondary, move the shotgun shells into the bag, press 4. Oh, is it not? We will attach that holster right. There we go. All right, then we got more painkillers. Money. Stuff on the ground. A stock certificate. Bolt cutters. Another hatchet. Another sawed-off shotgun. Metal baseball bat. Box of 45s. Metal baseball bat's nice. Okay, now let's take a look at these other rooms. Brochures, glue. These drills, yeah, camera film. This is probably all just office equipment. More camera film, more camera film. Bam, bam, bam. Dude, we are having a good run tonight, my friends. This is a hell of a run today. Anyone down here? Another hatchet. Yeah, dude, there's a shitload of stuff down here. Okay, I think that we have gotten everything that we need out of here. But to be safe, all right, we can lock ourselves in here. It's 1990 something. They still use camera film. Yeah, it's 1990 something. There, I think it's like 1996, something like that. Oh shit! What is that? Okay, that's film. All right, we are going to take our cheap sleeping bag and unpack it, and we're gonna sleep down here in the dark. And this one right here, this Moodle, is uncomfortable. So before we go to bed, we want to take the respirator off, or we can wake up in a panic. I don't know why I have insect repellent. We're gonna drop that. All right, cheap sleeping bag. We will place you on the ground. All right. Sleeping comfort is poor, but beggars can't be choosers. Well, we've woken up in a panic. All right. I don't think I have a book. I don't. I'm going to insert rounds into the magazines. Let's load them up. Oh, shit. Damn it. Yeah, it was the respirator. You're right. Unequip. All right, well, let's finish inserting some bullets. Absolutely was the respirator. I literally even just said I should take that off before I go to bed. What's our reloading right now? All right, we have 101 out of 1,500. Yeah, that's going to be a decent while. All right, and we are out of rounds again. All right, so that's 15, that's 30. That is 45, 60, 75, 90. Sometimes we all get short-term memory loss. Yeah. 90 plus, God, that's like 105, 109, 119, 128, 138 rounds of M9, and that was after shooting probably well over 100 rounds. I can't sleep again. And we are definitely not gonna be reloading to level 5. We need 50 more experience for aiming level 2. I'm pretty pleased. I'm pretty pleased with how far we've come with that. What I would like to do for the end of this stream is I'd like to get us back to our home. And once we get to the end, once we get to our home, then I think that we can end it. All right. I wonder if we can get back. It's 3 in the morning. I'm going to leave this sleeping bag here because we do have 2 already in the car. So if I ever end back in here to collect stuff. Good place to rest. All right. We're going. It's still raining outside. Okay, and yeah, and I will put the respirator back on now. Oh, research craft. Hang on. They're going to teach me how to make the respirators. Should make a note, but your call. What did I learn? Gas mask filter. Yeah. Okay, so we learned how to make our own respirator filters. Repair this. Okay, and once we get aiming level 2, we'll start to be able to repair guns. Good to know. Gonna load the shotgun. Oops, now it's dark. Pull the pistol back out. Equip this secondary. Half mask respirator. Clear that on. All right, we are overloaded. Can I move the magazines back? Can I move the shotgun? I can. There we go. This is the locker room. Jesus, there was a lot of people in here, I guess. Rubber ducks. Chewing tobacco. Oh my God. Yes. I was going to say, I was like, in all of our run, we haven't seen a single police officer with cigarettes. I was like, that seems like a little bold to me. All right, that chewing tobacco is going in the fanny pack. All right, we got a megaphone, another combination padlock. Aiming 2. We will be taking... I want that. For levels 3 and 4, we're already almost level 2. Reloading 1, which we don't need. A first aid kit. We finally have an actual first aid kit. And what's inside of it? First aid 1. We'll drop it. All right, and rotten banana, rotten fruit. Reloading. First aid 1. Ooh, a duffel bag with gum in it. Reloading. 2 more first aid kits. We also have bandages. Alcohol wipes. And suture needles. Might as well put painkillers in there. And I can't fit that in the bag. How much room do I have? I have 2. And this weighs... capacity for encumbrance is 4. Oh shit, dude. And I have like four boxes of those rounds. Damn it. I don't need all of these suture needles. I'll move the painkillers back into the backpack. And this is now weighing how much? 3? All right, steak knife, I'm dropping it. Looking at how much I have. I put, yes, okay, aiming 2 can go in there. Make it a little bit better. Okay, we're still a little overweight, but I don't think it's anything to cry about. Let's fill our water bottle. Ooh, hang on. Now we're gonna go out into the back. How do we go through there? Okay, we gotta go through the hallway. This is the garage. Yeah, I think we already looked at this. Okay, yeah, these are planks. Sick nasty, bro. And then can I hop it? Nah, this one won't let me. All right, well, from where we are, it's not that far from home. We can make it across the street, get to Main Street. I think we'll be all right. This doesn't feel like Zomboid, but a horror game. Yeah, dude. When you're walking through at night, definitely turns into one. And I did put some mods on that, you know, make it with the weather, like it'll change the colors and stuff like that. So that's why all the colors seem muted. All right, here we go. There was that Zed that was over here. I wonder if probably all these guys were some of the people that came and fought me over there. Let's take a look while we're over here. It's too quiet. Yeah, it's quiet. Too quiet. Oh, dude, I'm not wearing my glasses anymore. Put on some fucking aviators, dude. Yeah, Frank. Welder's mask. Well, we will need that for welding, but I don't think that I need it now. Electrical 2. Electrical 2. Yeah, now my guy is feeling over encumbered, so. Yeah, dude, we got a lot of those Zeds drawn into the area. That was cool. At least we didn't have to use the shotgun, so I know that it didn't pull the 50 tile radius. Absolutely was worth it in the end. 100%. All right, there's some friends. There's more. All right, we are going to turn that off. All right, we're going to be a little bit sneaky here, and we're going to cut through. Ooh, is this okay, that looked like a survivor home for a moment, but it's not. Ooh, hang on, wait a minute. Okay. I am exhausted. I need to be very careful. All right, there's a generator right there. And a compost box. I had no choice. I am exhausted. All right, don't you worry, don't you worry. Sure. Are these chickens? Like, there's an ass load of chickens running around. Oh, shit. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Dropping the first aid kit. Don't need it. Dropping electrical 2. Don't need it. All right. Yeah, sometimes you just got to be honest with yourself and be like, am I making the right decision? Sacrifices must be made. Exactly. All right, we got this guy coming after us. I'm gonna stay over here and I'm gonna, oh, okay, he's not coming. I just need to quickly check my map. Yeah, we go up this road. This will lead us right back home. We are experiencing minor pain and some muscle strain from all the stuff that we're holding. Damn, yeah, it's a lot of Zeds over there. How many Zeds are we at? 570. Yeah, we'll make it. All right, and this was the route that we had gone last time, so let's just follow in the footsteps, right? But yeah, going back to what just happened, right? I started to become exhausted. I'm at high exertion, and that is because of the weight. So my decision to drop the med kit and the book, you know, those are the split second decisions that can save your life. Yeah, and see how long that took to kill that. That is attributed to the excessive exertion. I can barely walk or swing a weapon. I call them zombos or zombanos. Zombonanos. We are almost home. You know it's a good stream when it's ended up being 3.5 hours. Oh, look, hang on. We got another Zed over here. Zombananos. All right, I'm going to let that guy do his thing. I'm coming up. Going up. We are very exhausted, but we're not taking damage. Thank you for streaming, PZ. Hey, Snow Beetle, thank you so much for chiming in. If this is your first time checking out the channel, I encourage you to click that subscribe button, click the like button. I stream every week, every Sunday for at least, I try to go for 2 to 3.5 hours. Longest has been about 4.5. But yeah, Zomboid is my main content that I've been making, and I'm also a musician as well, so I share some of the music that I'm making and sound design and stuff. I'm glad to have you. Thank you so much for joining. All right, now we're being followed. Okay, there's 2. Okay. Oh, yep. All right, well, since we are back in the neighborhood, I do not want to shoot this gun. So we are equipping the crowbar, and we are gonna whip some butt. Yeah, okay, we got that one Zed following us. Oh shit. And another one that's right there. All right, here we go. Let's try to take care of these 2. It's going to take a little bit. See how much slower we are. All right, you're down. One behind me. All right, there's this one other one. And we should be able to get back in the house. Oh, whoa. Missed the swing. There we go. All right, she's down. We might have just done it, fam. All right, let's kick this outro music off. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Let me make sure really quick that I've got the game muted. Awesome. All right, I just hear it on my end. All right, so we're gonna go over all of this stuff here. It's too dark to read, son of a bitch. I'm gonna drop my stuff on the ground as we clear this out. Soviet Pupper says he's gonna go. It's 1 a.m. here. Well, I'm glad that you joined, Soviet Pupper. We're just doing the outro, wrapping this all up here. All right, oh yeah, we got aiming level 2. We're gonna bring that over here. So in this episode, we have killed our fair share of Zeds. We've explored the surrounding neighborhood. Really tapped into our inner killer here. I'm gonna drop this backpack on the ground just to give myself a break. Yeah, there we go. Woo-wee. All right. Let's sit in this chair. All right, there we go. We will rest as I pull open the map. So let's take a look at what we accomplished today. We left out the back door that we had created in the last stream. We bippity-bopped our way around town, found this alarm that lured a lot of Zeds into the surrounding area, made our way back up toward where we had originally triggered a house alarm several episodes ago, made a lot of friends over there, hopped over that fence, and got ourselves further and further closer to the bookstore, where we ended up slaughtering... Oops. Yeah, there was a police station. Where we ended up slaughtering a ton of Zeds over here. So this is going to be the mass highway grave. I'll rotate that a little bit. All right, and then we will tack that on there. All right, we've got still got goods in the police station, and we'll move that marking. But we have collected over, a couple hundred bullets, really got some more shotgun shells, killed over 100 Zeds. We have still not found our How to Use a Generator magazine. But here's that reminder for you all that power had went out. We are looking to take that sledgehammer in the next episode and really start knocking down some doors. Good thing is that we were able to get into the police station. So I'm thinking that we start taking that sledgehammer, going back to all of these industrial buildings that have been locked, and then we start knocking down doors. And we really start our search for that generator magazine. That will set us probably all the way through the south side of Maldra. And there's not too much left in this town before we are going to have to go and drive ourselves toward Echo Creek, where we want to establish Camp Fultz once again, level up our foraging, befriend some animals, and we are going to find a way to make some fresh sushi, believe it or not. We're over 500 Zeds killed, with 1,000 Zeds being the goal right now. We're going to do some fishing in our future. But I just want to say thank you to every single one of you that has joined in on the streams. This is about stream number 22 or 23, and it has been an absolute pleasure to record. I've learned a whole lot along the way, and I really have enjoyed sharing this all with you. So if you have not clicked subscribed, if I can ask you one thing, if you can click that subscribe button, click the notification bell, I would really, really appreciate it. But I am just some dude on the internet, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna let this outro roll, and we can watch Frank as we send him out. I'll see you next week. Thanks.